Temitope was not like other girls in school. She was quiet. She walked slowly, talked softly, and never raised her voice. Every day, she wore a neatly tied scarf on her head. It was always clean, always tight, even when the sun was hot or when it rained. She never took it off. People in school called her Mommy Pastor. Some teased her, but she never replied. Her scarf meant something to her. It was more than cloth. It was her protection. It helped her feel safe. It reminded her of her mother, of her religion, and of her decision to stay modest. No one had ever touched it until Bolaji. Bolaji was the opposite of Temitope. He was loud, playful, and always smiling. He was in the same class as her, SS2, and everyone liked him. He could joke with the teachers, dance during school parties, and get away with almost anything. He had a lot of friends, especially girls. People said Bolaji had sweet mouth, and he knew it too. One afternoon during break, Bolaji and his friends were sitting under the mango tree near the school gate. They were laughing and eating puff-puff when one of them said, "Bolaji, you too like forming. You say you fit toast any girl. Go and toast mommy's scarf now." The boys laughed. Bolaji grinned. "That's one. Temitope. She go run if I just look her well." One of the boys shouted, "Okay then, go and untie her scarf. If you fit untie arm, we go give you 500 naira. Bolaji hesitated. He looked at where Temitope was sitting alone, reading under the corridor. She had her scarf as usual, tied so tight it looked like it was part of her skin. "Just small play now," his friend said. "Do him quick. You be guy now." Bolaji stood up and dusted his trousers. "No wahala. I go show Una say I be king." He walked towards her slowly, like someone who just wanted to say hi. Temitope looked up and saw him coming. She didn't say anything, just smiled politely and went back to her book. Bolaji came closer, bent beside her and whispered, "You dey always tie this scarf like secret. Wetin you dey hide?" Temitope didn't answer. She thought it was just another silly joke. Then suddenly, without warning, Bolaji reached for her head and pulled the scarf off. The world went silent. The scarf fell to the floor. Temitope's hair was neat, braided in simple lines. But that was not what shocked Bolaji. It was her face, wet with tears. Her eyes were full. Her lips shook. Her breathing became fast. Bolaji froze. Temitope didn't say a word. She picked up the scarf, turned away, and ran. The whole corridor went quiet. Even the boys under the mango tree stopped laughing. Bolaji stood there, holding nothing but shame. That night, Bolaji could not sleep. He kept seeing her face, those tears, the way she looked like her world had ended. He did not understand why it hurt him so much. Maybe because he never expected her to cry. Maybe because deep inside, he knew he had done something very wrong. The next day, he waited by the school gate. When Temitope came, he walked up to her slowly. She didn't look at him. "Temitope," he said, "I'm sorry." She stopped. "I know what I did yesterday was very wrong. I was trying to be funny. I didn't think it would hurt you like that." She turned to him, her voice small but steady. "It's not funny. You touched something that is part of me. You made fun of something important. You don't know what I've been through." "I know now," Bolaji said quietly, "and I'm really sorry." Temitope looked into his eyes. For a moment she said nothing. Then she nodded once and walked away. From that day, Bolaji changed how he talked to her. He no longer joked around her or tried to get attention. He just greeted her, helped her carry books, and stayed respectful. After some time, she started to talk to him again. Their conversations were simple at first, about homework, school news, or the weather. Then Bolaji began to ask questions. "Why do you always wear the scarf?" he asked one afternoon. Temitope looked down. "Because I want to. It makes me feel safe." "Safe from what?" She hesitated, then said, "From the way people look at girls like me. From the way some boys think they can touch anything." Bolaji didn't reply. He just nodded. With time, they became friends, good friends. They started to laugh together, walk together after school. People began to talk. Some girls want Temitope. You better be careful, they said. Bolaji no, they stay in one place. But Temitope shook her head. He's different now. She believed that. She had seen the way he listened when she talked, the way he helped her carry water after sports, the way he looked away when she adjusted her scarf. Slowly she started to fall for him, and Bolaji, he was already falling. One Friday evening, after extra lessons, it started to rain, heavy. Temitope didn't bring an umbrella. Bolaji offered to walk her home. They ran through the streets laughing under his jacket until they reached her gate. Come inside, she said, before you catch cold. He followed her in. Her house was small, quiet. Her parents were not home. She offered him warm tea and they sat on the floor near the window watching the rain. They talked for a long time about school, about dreams, about the future. Then the room became quiet. Bolaji looked at her. Tell me, I like you. I know, she said. I think I love you. She looked away. Her fingers touched her scarf. I'm scared, she whispered. Why? He asked. Because I like you too, but I don't know if you will still like me if I say no. I will, he said. I promise. Then he leaned in and kissed her. It was soft, slow, like a question waiting for an answer. She kissed him back. His hands touched her shoulder, then her waist. Then she said, Bolaji, please, not too far. He stopped, looked at her. Okay. But minutes later, things became heated again. His hand went under her scarf, touching her hair. She froze. Then he tried to unbutton her blouse. Temitope pushed him back, her breath heavy. I said no. Bolaji sat up. I told you. I said no, she repeated louder now. He looked at her for a long second, then he stood up. I'm sorry. She adjusted her scarf, her hands shaking. Please go. Bolaji left. That night she cried. Not because of what almost happened, but because she had trusted him. She thought he was different. The next week in school, he kept his distance. She avoided his eyes. A month passed before they spoke again. He came to her during break and said, Tell me, I was wrong. You trusted me and I crossed the line. I'm sorry. She nodded. I care about you. I don't want to lose your friendship. She smiled just a little. Then let's go slow. And they did. They became friends again. No kisses, no secrets. Just respect, laughter, and quiet talks under the tree. And every time she tied her scarf, Bolaji looked at her like she was a queen. Because now he understood. It was never just about hair. It was about her heart.